know this is not as much again, absolutely gorgeous day in Southern California, so I thought we'd be able to shoot some beach today. Let's just say there's people out at the beach. I know it doesn't look like it, but there's not people watching, so unfortunately, we're not shooting it. But meanwhile, news still continues, and then there's an old today. And Democrats not backing off on the tax on the Bill of Rights.
Well, yeah, they said some of the people, they're challenging the First Amendment, the Second Amendment, the Fourth Amendment, and the 14th Amendment of our Constitution, the first 10 amendments being the Bill of Rights. So they said that this has to be done for the protection of the people of this country. They have to put an end to the circle of violence being caused by Sarah Palin, Rush Limbaugh, Fox News, and the Tea Party.
Yeah, I think that guy was in trouble long before.
Oh yeah, I mean the guy had been repeated. Okay, charges of him threatening people have been made for some time, and the Sheriff's Department refused to do anything on it. And so the Sheriff's Department knew there was a problem, and they just probably used the guy to their best advantage. Well, they should have done more to apologize if they said that they've been repeatedly called to his house. They knew there was a problem. That once again they did nothing. So, well, nobody did anything. They knew the guy was a problem, and absolutely nothing was done by anyone. So,
in Gifford's tragedy, this would be a defining moment.
Well, yeah, she came out today on the attack. And immediately after she got done with the attack, the mainstream press, you know, this is exactly what caused all these people to be murdered, and she must be. Some of them said she needs to be arrested and put away from society to keep her evil spill from getting forth.
Oh my God! Yeah, there's a left-wing loony.
I mean, there's not committed no crime, but she needs to be taken into custody and set aside so that none of this will happen again. I mean, they said last night that exactly the same amount of people that support the Republicans being muzzled are the same amount of people that voted for the Democrats in the last election, 37%. So.
Guess who it is?
Yeah, the Democrats.
Yeah. And my state cuts 500 jobs, or nearly half of its staff worldwide.
Which means they're getting ready to shut down. Murdoch cannot figure out how to make money off the internet, which is why he supports net neutrality. You know, he's not a cable provider, folks. He's a network. And the networks will be, the networks want to bury cable, and I mean, he spent like $1 billion and it just loses money like it's water, so.
Well, you know, MySpace used to be a really big deal, and then
well, no, it's still a big deal. The problem is it doesn't make any money. It hasn't lost more than people. It just doesn't make money. And if you don't make money, I mean, Facebook will eventually fold because it doesn't make money. Twitter will fold. All of the viral sites have folded because they can't make money off of it, because they won't listen to anybody or how to make money.
And man convicted videotape, it'll be in Chicago too.
Well, I know, you shouldn't videotape it because sometimes that's a crime also, is videotaping a crime. Isn't that a good one?
Wait a minute, so he got convicted for videotaping it, or
he got convicted because he's a participant during the crime. Instead of videotaping it.
Instead of helping the person who's seen it.
Well, you don't help them, you call the police. That's the only way to get off the hook is to call the police. Instead, he videotaped it, and that made him a participant in the murder.
In a way, he was
an accessory. Participated during and after the fact, so.
Hubble telescope zeroes in on green blob in space.
I wonder how that is, since the Hubble telescope is basically, you know, they don't even maintain it anymore because it's all out of shape.
And San Francisco's first Asian American mayor, she won.
I know. Well, he's to the left of Gavin Newsom, which I think is sort of funny.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Well, they wanted to make certain. Newsom said that you couldn't do all the stuff that they were doing. You know, the Happy Meal things and all. Well, he's got children, and you know, telling them you can't do this, you can't do that. They were a violation of the Constitution. So Newsom became lieutenant governor, so he can become governor. And then they put somebody in place they know that is to the left of Newsom, who is to the left of Obama, which is funny.
Oh boy. Well, and part of it is, I'm surprised that because we have an Asian American mayor before.
Because they're very racist in San Francisco. They may have Chinatown and all that stuff.
There's a lot of Asians up there.
They don't like the Chinese, and they're not on Nob Hill. Oh, and there's an awful lot of wealthy Asians, always has been.
Band of Brothers Inspiration Winters dies in 92.
I know. I don't understand why he was just an officer in the military. Nothing special, didn't do much of anything, and yet they make a movie about him and his actions in World War II. I mean, why don't they make a thing about the tank officers with you know, in the Battle of the Bulge, you know, how they made how the 9th Armored and those people fled, you know, up the Alps in order to pull everybody's rears out of trouble. You don't see that being done, folks.
And oil prices hover above $91 a barrel, and the U.S. gas price jump. Now,
they are predicting this summer it's going to be going to hit $100 a barrel because Obama basically wants to. They said he could stop the problem in a minute by opening up things. So instead of opening up things, he's putting more restrictions in order to force us to have more dependency upon foreign oil, because it is 10 years before we can develop the vehicles needed, if anybody could afford them, to run off of power. And then here's the big question, folks. Where does the power from your plugging in your electric car come from?
I know, it's got to come from somewhere.
He doesn't like coal. They can't use water energy, and the solar energy can't be used because it takes massive amounts of land and water.
And then wind.
And wind can't be used because it's only in certain areas. The infrastructure is not there, and if they started today, it would be 10 years before they could get the first of anything done.
So what are they going to do? Still use fuel and then turn it into electricity, and then it's supposed to be better? Oh yeah, it's basically it's still everybody knows that they basically said an electric vehicle puts more pollutants in, is more polluting than is the gas vehicle, but they don't care. Oh, really?
Well, it's all about Obama wants to punish the United States, and the best way to punish this country, the Democrats, is to shut down the fuel supply.
But I didn't realize there's more polluting.
Yeah, you can't dispose of a lot of the things that go into an electric vehicle. They're hazardous waste. Lots of hazardous waste goes into an electric vehicle. Plus, the thing that provides electrical power is generally produced by hazardous waste.
And Judge sentences Tom to life for years.
Well, yeah, and they said that it's likely he'll never serve a day because the fact that what they did was use laws that weren't applicable to what happened. He didn't break any laws. He just distributed money to people to get elected. That was perfectly legal. But because the Democrats are in charge, and he got clipped. Now, they said the Supreme Court will overturn it like they do most of those decisions, because when a Democrat gets charged, it's very seldom that a congressman ever goes to jail unless you've really broken laws that Congress don't control, you know, like accepting bribes and things. So.
Yeah, and rains inundate more areas in the Philippines and 40 died. They died from the rain?
Yeah, well, there's flooding. You ought to see Brisbane, Australia is underwater. Because, well, we've been, you know, it's all global warming, folks. Global warming is providing all the cold stuff. I mean, it snowed in Australia. It doesn't do that often.
And U.S. is North Korea becoming a direct threat on ICBM.
I know. Obama finally figured out that they're a threat. And it's taken him he's heading into his third State of the Union message, and he's finally figuring out that North Korea can't be talked to.
Duh.
I know.
I know, he was hoping that they would be able to. Iran rounds up Christians in crackdown.
Yep, they're going to continue to do that. Because of why? Because they can.
OAS says, and don't look at Iran being the only country doing that either.
No, all the Muslim countries are cracking down on Christians because they know we have a Muslim president and he's not going to stop it.
No, but you're allowed to do it. And OAS says Putin hated government candidates.
Yeah, because Haiti is generally ran by crooked elected officials. But the trick is, what is one less crooked than another, and that's how they get to be president.
Oh, is that what they do?
Yeah.
And meth flourishes despite tracking laws.
Well, yeah, because it seems like the more laws they put on things, I mean, like here's a good one. Since handgun bans went into effect, more people are killed by handguns than they were before they went into effect. Since they put the meth tracking laws in, more meth is created by things that you can't get over the counter that were created.
Really?
Yeah, because they buy it through commercial supply houses now for legitimate businesses and then use it. So.
And CES attendance last week was pretty down from level.
I know, but the problem was that as I was talking to a person over where we're staying from Japan. He said, what your president doesn't seem to understand is nobody has any money. He could say the recession is over, but they don't have any money. If they don't have any money, they're not buying anything. So you had a lot of buyers there that weren't buying anything.
And a monster bubble is in Mark Twain of the animal kingdom.
Basically, if you don't stand up to protect your rights, you'll lose those rights.